and it's the right time of the month, and—" Her consonants must have been left at the bottom of a glass somewhere. Her hand dangled over the edge of the settee when she tried to stand up, and she fell back again, no longer looking so good. He guessed 40 years old. 38, she said with a hiccup. I'm 38, and it's getting late. A snigger. That rhymed. Come on, let's make a baby. She shut her eyes. A few more minutes and she'd be fast asleep. He seized the chance to look around again. He spotted an iPad beside the pathetic flat screen. She must have bought it in the US. It was only a month since Apple had launched the coolest gadget of the times. Bloody expensive. Bloody beautiful. Sometimes he stole things. Never much. Mostly food and drink. An odd time money, but only small amounts, and only in moments of desperate need. The tablet, with its bright red leather cover, looked really tempting. A baby, she said, in an unexpectedly firm tone of voice. This time she managed to stand up. The grin was gone. She shook her head ever so slightly, drained the half-full cup of lukewarm coffee, put it down and stretched her back with her hands above her head, as if she'd just woken up. He had hoped she would doze off on the settee, so he could lie down in the enticing bed that was most likely behind the nearby door. Now it would probably be the other way round. Fair enough. Beggars can't be choosers, and the settee was absolutely fine. She padded across the floor towards the open-plan kitchen, surprisingly steady on her feet now, rattling in a drawer, several drawers. He was staring at the iPad. He knew she also had an iPhone, in her handbag, the one hanging from a hook in the hallway, containing both her wallet and loads of makeup. It had toppled over between her feet on the subway, and he'd had to help her gather everything up again. Here, the woman said, raising an enormous syringe above her head. Something for a horse, or an elephant. It didn't have a proper point, he could see that. No metal at all, in fact. Blunt and strange. It looked a bit like a toy hypodermic, the kind kept inside the dinky doctor's medical bag that had a red cross on the front. Do you have any food? He asked. Yes, of course. Afterwards. First this. He wasn't stupid. At junior high, he'd been top of the class. Smart and cocky, he'd heard his teachers say. Then his mother had died, and there was no more school for him. Life went its merry way, in a sense. He stumbled along after it as best he could, mostly living from hand to mouth, sometimes like a prince, most often not. He hadn't had a fixed abode, since his father had at long last lost patience with him and thrown him out the door, when he was 17. For 4 years he had lived off social security and the generosity of others. All the same, he wasn't stupid, and when the woman waved the big plastic syringe yet again, he understood what she wanted. Are you healthy? She asked. Yes, but I can't be bothered. No HIV infection? Course not, he answered, annoyed now. I'm careful. Hereditary illnesses? Her consonants were back in place. No, he replied. At any rate, we're not making a baby with that gadget there. She was right in front of him now. Her breath stank of vomit and coffee and red wine. Her tongue was a strange shade of pale blue, her eyes even bluer. 10,000 kroner, she said flatly. What? He took a pace back. You'll get 10,000 kroner. All you have to do is wank into a cup. In the bathroom or something. Give the cup to me and you'll get 10,000 kroner. You look as if you need it. He hadn't had 10,000 kroner in cash since his confirmation. 30, he said in a flash. I want 30,000. No, she said, crossing the room to the small unit where the iPad and flat screen were. From a little drawer she produced a wad of pale brown notes, held together with some...